because of your outspoken nature, Taslima, you have suffered a lot of backlash from the society.
Yeah, I was threatened, I was exiled.
I often observed certain reinterpretations are happening inside the religion.
Some people can believe, I don't believe it in religious feminism.
You don't believe in religious feminism.
I think that all religions are against women.
Now you are moving to your works. In works like Lajja and Mamar, literature become or works as a tool of protest or a powerful platform for resistance. Actually, how do you see, ma'am, your literature or your works are a tool of resistance or just documentation or some kind of marking?
I think all kinds. I write poetry, I write fiction, non-fiction. So I express my views in different media, different forms. So I think that you said that about resistance and also documentation, both exist in my writings.
And in the current scenario, do you see that the social media is a powerful source of bring changes, especially in gender-related human rights matters? Social media, then the literary texts.
Yeah, some people still like to read books. Some people do not like to read books. They read only the headlines of the newspapers and the short pieces online. But social media is very powerful, I think. Yes. It's very powerful. Especially for writers like me. And in Bangladesh, no publisher dared to publish my books. And so I'm a victim of banning and censorship. So for writers like us, social media is a very good platform to connect people. They can read us when we write on social media. So I think that it must not be ignored.
Yes, it always shaped a special kind of discourse related gender, feminism.
Yeah, all kinds of, and
yes.
Also that jihadism also are very
yes
powerful on social media.
Yes,
but feminism and free thinkers are very active on social media.
I'm asking about it. Your work strongly criticizes religion, and you have received tremendous appreciation and at the same time criticism also.
Yeah.
Yes, both these are happening. Then how do you speak openly without reinforcing this kind of stereotypes inside the Muslim community?
Yeah. This, I have been living in exile for 31 years.
Yes.
No government allows me to enter Bangladesh. And even I was thrown out of West Bengal, the so-called progressive place. Why did the government throw me out of West Bengal? What did I do? I didn't commit any crime. I just wrote books. And also the West Bengal government banned a book of mine. So not only Bangladesh, so it happened in India too. So still I think that people are not ready to see a woman would critically scrutinize religion and a woman would talk about women's total freedom. And it is still this society is patriarchal and they're not easy. They want some kind of freedom women can get, but not much.
Yes.
So that I never thought of compromise with them. I thought that they will one day understand that I was telling the truth.
Okay.
Some people really understood, but still the government, the religious fanatics. In Bangladesh, those religious fanatics are just a businessmen. They use religion for their own political purposes or or they earn money, and they brainwash young people to become jihadis or to become religious fanatics. The young people that they were so violent in Bangladesh just 2 years ago.
Yes.
Why young people became religious fanatics? It's not their fault. It's the government's fault.
Yes.
Government built, lakhs of madrasas and mosques, and they encouraged them. Government encouraged them to go there to learn religion and do nothing. And also the religious leaders, they purposely brainwashed those young people to become jihadis, and and government did not check what those religious leaders are doing. They didn't control. They didn't control what is going on in madrasas and mosques. So, because the governments wanted to use religion to stay in power forever. So Hasina was gone. She destroyed the country a lot. She made the education system totally, she ruined the education system. She made the madrasa degree equivalent to university degrees. So the universities were progressive places. Now all the madrasa people are in the universities. And she created this kinds of lots of things. So I wanted her to go, but religious fanatics, so many lakhs and crores of religious fanatics are everywhere now. I blame government for that. I don't blame those
Then
who
you are
became
against of
jihadis.
madrasa education?
I prefer secular schools.
Yes.
I prefer science academies. I think
Research
that scientific
institutes.
temper
Yes.
is necessary.
Yes.
Religion is private matter. You pray at home. You believe in God. You pray at home. But a state has nothing to do with religion.
And we have to teach our
Education,
students.
schools has nothing to do with religion.
Yeah.
All students, whatever their religious beliefs, should be treated equally and should study science.
Okay, then you believe we have to teach our kids in our own home about religion. We don't want any separate institution for that, like madrasa and
I don't
daras.
think so. I don't think that religious schools are needed.
Yes. Now, it's a personal question. Looking back, is there anything you would express differently today in your writing and approach? After 31 years, when you look back, is there anything you would like to make any differences in your
No, I
writing?
don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay. After the strong persecution, you have spent a lot of time in many countries like France, Sweden, and United States. Is it? Then how this experience shaped your sense of identity and your connection with the societies you write about?
When I had to leave Bangladesh in 1994, 31 years ago, I arrived in Sweden because they wanted to save my life. Norway, Sweden, Germany, and some European countries wanted to save my life when I was in hiding in Bangladesh, and fundamentalists got crazy to kill me. And also police tried to find me. And then afterwards, that after gaining bail from the court, I was thrown out of Bangladesh by the government. Okay, I ended up in Sweden, and I lived there, and then I moved to Germany. I lived in Berlin, and then I moved to France. I lived in Paris for a while. But always I thought, that is not my place. They treated me as a celebrity. My books were published in all European languages. But I still thought that it is not my place. I will never learn French or German, and I will never write in those languages. My language is Bengali, and I cannot go back to Bangladesh. It is not possible. Then at least I can go and start to live in West Bengal, because I needed a Bengali environment, because I wrote in Bengali. So I moved to West Bengal after living 10 years or so in Europe. Then I moved to Calcutta and started living there, and I was very happy because I found the people for whom I was writing. I was not writing my books for European women.
Yes.
I was writing for oppressed women so that they can get freedom, So it was not the right place for me, because I was not the person who could enjoy, celebrity status and rich countries. And I was free there. I had protection, but I was moving freely. I wanted to do whatever I like to do. But I still thought that it is not my place. So I moved. Yes. And even though I was thrown out of West Bengal, even I was thrown out of India and 19 years ago, but I wanted to live here, and I tried a lot to live in India, because it is the country that looked like my country, and it was the same country before, So, and I speak and I write in one of the Indian languages, and I can still get the Bengali environment. So I live in Delhi in a Bengali area. So, but I'm a writer, and I so much like Bengali culture, Bengali language, and I write in Bengali, but I have no place in both Bengals, neither in East Bengal or Bangladesh, nor in West Bengal. So, but I am doing what I wanted to do wherever I stay.
Yes. I'm asking, madam, what do you think this experience in exile sharpened or weakened your engagement with South Asian society?
In exile life, I have seen, I got opportunity to meet all kinds of people. I met European people. I met European women. From when I lived in my country, I thought that they are the most happiest person. They get everything. They get total freedom. But after I met them, I talked with them, I lived with them, and I realized they also suffer. They have also pain, Yes. And I touched their pain, and I have been to many countries, and everywhere I found that women have been suffering, human rights are violated. Even from our place, we think that they have enjoyed their total human rights. It's not true, actually. So I can, visualize the pain of all people in the world. So I think that my perspective is much broader now than before. So exile has given me this opportunity to know people of different religion, of different language, different ethnicity, different nationality, different gender. So I think that it is one way sharpen my ideas about the world.
How do you compare the current climate of both these countries in the matter of freedom of expression?
In India, I don't think that total freedom of expression people enjoy. The meaning of secularism is that without religion. The girl in Damascus who was beaten to death by her husband, that girl is me. The girl in Tehran who was killed for not wearing a hijab, that girl is me.